Bingo, talking to them, and then watching Bingo at the same time. Handling his business. You get in the car with him. He got all these phones in his lap, and all of them on different lives and shit. He got 6 phones in his lap driving, and all of them on different lives, and he got one in the windshield on, and he going live on that motherfucker. So it just he know the ins and outs of it. I bet you that, but I just don't see him on here as a host going live every day, all day, and keeping y'all attention. That's what it's all about. Keeping the people's attention, man. Never letting them get bored. You know, not doing too much, but but doing enough. It's just been going live. It ain't easy, man. I was a host for 4 months, and I swear, my wife will tell you, I just had to sit there and plan out my week, like what I'm gonna do on this day, what I'm gonna do on this day. I plan my week out where I know where I can bring content every day, and it's something different every day. But you got to sit down and plan that shit. That shit ain't nothing you can just push. Everybody ain't got that it factor like he had it, or like Robert got it, or like certain people on this app that really got that it factor that can push the button, and before they say 10 words, they got 6,000-7,000 people sitting in their room. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, they already sitting there just waiting for what you gonna say next. Then hang on to every word that come out your mouth. It's only certain people on this app that really got that type of factor, man.
Right. Right.
Right, true. But I feel like the problem with Bigo is that it's too much negativity and toxicity on this app. I feel like this is supposed to be a talent app. You know what I'm saying? If you're an influencer, fine, be an influencer. But I feel like if you focus on yourself, you'll be able to elevate better. That's the problem. That's what I stated earlier. I feel like everybody always has an opinion on somebody, and then you know what I'm saying. Then people get in their feelings, and and then here comes the trolls and the argument. My thing is, it's enough money on this app for everybody to make, and in this world. So the problem is people need to learn how to be a team and stop trying to tear each other down. But see, the problem is that to be honest with you, I mean, it's like I said, when you get power behind you, a lot of people don't know how to handle it. A lot of these
They
big
don't.
broadcasters don't know how to. They feel like once they make it to the top, oh, I'm famous. But no, you're not. If you're not famous on Instagram or any other platform, you're not doing nothing. Like who are you? Humble yourself.
Only,
That's the problem. Humble
yeah,
yourself.
only Bingo know you. But
Right.
everything you saying, Cash, is real. I gotta give it to you, but
Real recognize real.
bro, that's like too much being like right though. The way you want to see it is like too much like right. This app strives and drives and everything off of mess. You can go to people's lives. You can go to people's lives that's giving up knowledge, and they'll have 120 people in their room. They be sitting on 1 or 2 boxes all damn day. I mean, 1 or 2 stars all day long, and they really giving up knowledge that you can use every day in this world, every day. And
Oh,
people just not getting that. But soon as they say, "Man, this bitch ass motherfucker over here playing with me," blah 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 blah. Now that motherfucker go crazy. It'll go
Right.
crazy. The whole room will get lit up. Look up, goddamn it! You been live for 15 minutes. You started out with
see
30
there,
people.
Zeus. You got the it factor, Zeus. You said, look, I did knowledge calls and it got me on 20. But
Oh yeah, you got that it factor. You
look,
different.
But
That's why
got
I said
got
that
the
though,
it
Zeus. I
factor.
said that like you
like
definitely different.
and so of course he's gonna to me respectfully, God Zeus, you're very entertaining. You're
Yes.
a leader, you're a boss, you worked for where you at. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have that. Like
They
you see how
don't.
people be trying to troll for you guys, Zeus, and you able to handle, you can stand your ground and not get off that. But a lot of people they
On
can't.
his agency, very proud. He does very well on this
Yeah,
app.
that's good.
Yeah.
And I'd have been in his live where he was just telling motherfuckers about the gifts. Like he do classes on gifts
Talk
and
to
shit.
them out.
You go in his room, it's everybody in that
And
motherfucker.
when I tell you he was in there, now get me to my fifth. Listen, one day, right? I was in the room, real quick story, and he was like,
Gotcha.
well, "Get me to the fifth blocks." I said, "All right, I'm gonna get him to the fifth." No, well, he said, "No, not to the fifth blocks, to the fifth star." Or something. So I was like, "All right." So I went in there. I was like, "All right." He was like, "Now it says a Lady B was the only one that did it. I want everybody." I said, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Come on, like." Yeah, he
Yeah.
gets to the bag, and I don't have
Yeah.
that factor that I love that about him. But he's young, he's charismatic, he has a great personality, and he's cute. So there's a lot of things that play with Gazus too, and he plays on that. That's what I love too. And he
And
good.
he, and that's and
But
that's a and
but
that's a
you
good entertainer. That's
Yes,
what you
wait,
call a
but
real
you
entertainer.
gotta wait a minute. But
absolutely
you
can.
gotta understand too that when you going around this app, you just can't stay in one spot. You gotta rub and shake hands with
Well,
different type of
well,
people to
dope
come
girl.
in your
Let me tell you
room.
the key. Let
And
me tell
also,
you. Wait,
hold
wait,
on, wait. Can I?
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. So with God Zeus, I had noticed when God Zeus first came on this app, he not just went to the messy side. He went to the snow bunnies. He went everywhere.
Hell
He
yeah, he
shook
know
hands,
everybody.
he rubbed elbows and
Yeah,
all that extra stuff. And then his delivery and the way that he gives his content is something different. It pulls you in and things like that. You gotta learn how to talk to your viewers and what they like. You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand that if one of them don't like you, it'll be 10 more that come in, and you got to be consistent in what you're doing so they could come and say, hey, oh, this is a good person. I like the way that they delivering this and doing that. That's what I learned from him. So you can't just be like, oh well, da 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 da. Because if you gotta be on the messy side, you gotta give a little mess, but do it differently. Have some umph to it. Make it different. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's what he gives. I'm gonna get
And if
down.
he talking about you, I give him this because a lot of people won't do it. If he talking about you personally and you fall in this room, he'll give you the floor. Like he'll put you up there, let you talk. Now I ain't gonna say he ain't about to tear your ass up for getting up there. If
Mhm.
especially if he on that, he on that. So he gonna let you get up there, but boy, you better be ready and you better have your shit together, goddamn it, because he gonna turn up in that motherfucker. He gonna have that little bell sitting next to him, dinging the bell and going crazy. So it's entertaining and knowledgeable when you go in certain people's rooms. Like, and Pastor had that same it factor. Like that man can be in there talking about any damn thing, and they'll hang on to every word. Like
Right.
they'll just sit there. They'll literally sit there.
Yeah.
You had the little bell. I be in there to hear you push the hell out that bell. Got dinging the shit out that motherfucker. But it's just like when I was on here, I had to work hard. And I ain't saying they don't. They work hard.
But Kane, now I'm starting to branch out on what I have been noticing. This is what I was going to say when Dope Girl was up here. Is that now when I starting to branch out, I believe in like securing my own platform and then branching out. So now when I'm branching out, they be like, "What you doing in here? You clout chasing or you trying to be seen?" I'm like, "Well, nigga, ain't this what this app is about?" A lot of people don't want to see
Networking.
people grow. That's the problem with me. It's not the fact that you could be all of that and above, but some people just don't want you to win. So a lot of people that stay in the stagnant places because they got hated. They legitimately got people that's stopping them from growing. You really do need a team on here. You can't just
Yeah.
come on here and build from the ground up. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You have to have a team. I don't care.
Yeah, you got to know how to network. It's all about networking. That's what this app started at though. When I came on this motherfucker in November of 2019, man,
Mhm.
this app was all about networking. Man, I met people from everywhere. When I'm talking about from everywhere, they was interacting with each other. They was,
Mhm.
I found out I done bought a lot of stuff off people off this app because of the business they was promoting at the time, dogs they was selling at the time. It was just a lot of stuff that was going on.
Empty poodles got poodles for sale.
Grooming.
Say that. Go ahead.
Jewelry,
Mm-hmm.
everything. But now,
Mm-hmm.
now you go on there, it's like the people that's really trying to promote business or do something like that, man, ain't nobody want to hear them because it's not entertaining to them. It's what's
Right.
in it, but it's a different group for different people though, because you do have they still have they
Mm-hmm.
certain people in their rooms still come fuck with them and
Mm-hmm.
shit like that, but they ain't gonna have a plethora of people, a whole bunch of people just sitting there ready to throw everything on them, dinging their
Right.
CAs and throwing their gifts, going in their pockets and wallets and purses and shit. They just don't have it like that. Cause man, I said it the other day. I've been back
Have
on
it.
the app about a year now, just trolling, just on my troll page. So I just come on here trolling, fucking with people and shit.
That's how I
But
felt. I
not,
was like, that's the real one. That's the
But
real
but
PlayaCane. It was you. Go
but
ahead.
yeah,
you have to have the I don't give a fuck factor.
yeah.
You have to have that if you're
That's
gonna be in a messy side.
that is
I
And some
don't give
oomph,
a
like you
fuck
said, you gotta have that oomph. You
true.
gotta have that oomph, man.
It's
You
true.
gotta have that a good. You gotta know how to when it's
because
time to
if
clap
you
back and
constantly,
all that shit.
yeah, because if you constantly care about what someone say and how they do it, you always gonna fuck up what you want to do. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So when people come in your like, say if you go in Ashley room, right? Like we're gonna use Ashley. Say if you go in Ashley room and then you know that it's a whole bunch of people that don't like you. and then you go in there and you want to speak your piece, but you continue watching what they say. You don't have to give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'll go in that motherfucker. They could kick me out 50 million times, bitch. And I'm gonna come up in there and I'll be like, hey girl, hey, how you doing? I'm be all nice and shit. And then I'm gonna just go all, bitch, fuck you. Woo, 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 woo. And guess what? I'm gonna go ahead, wait a while, then I'm gonna go live, and then they gonna come in my motherfucking room, bitch, because I don't give a fuck. You gotta have I don't give a fuck, because if you give a fuck, they gonna keep fucking with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. You
And,
know,
And then you ain't gonna accomplish what you wanna accomplish out here.
well, you
They
know,
say Robert do a whole bunch of bullshit. Ask Robert, do he give a fuck?
yeah, no, you don't. You know
I
when dealing,
wait.
especially when dealing with trolls, though, you gotta really know how to let them know, man. The number one rule in life is, man, never let them see you sweat. Regardless if I'm sweating or not, you won't know it no way, goddamn it, because I know how to bounce back on anything you say, because ain't nothing you can really say to move me anyways. I guarantee you gonna be mad before I get mad. I'm gonna piss you
Right.
off before you piss me off. That's how I deal with them. I guarantee you I'm gonna piss you the fuck off before you piss me off, man.
well, I'm gonna say this, right? So I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna say this, but you know what? Obviously, I done tried that. What Dope Girl was just saying, I tried all that. It doesn't work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this, they are really drawn to the crowd that your ass is in. I'm sorry, these people right here. If you do not, I'm a renegade by myself, and because you don't, I don't have that thousands people watching me. That's why I constantly will always be looked, and that's why I'm like, this platform may not be for everybody to be a big broadcaster. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy the content that I enjoy, and I keep it the fuck moving. I'm serious, but
So
I
this is what I want to know though. I got a question for you, because I be keep hearing people saying I'm a big broadcaster. I'm a big broad. What what's the real definition of a big broadcaster? Is that a self definition where it whatever pertains to you, that whatever you think is a big broadcaster is, or is that a label that the people give you? Because views don't make you a big broadcaster.
um,
I'm me personally. Yeah, them self that views don't make you a good broadcaster. A good broadcaster is tap them numbers right there. Where they say God Zeus, you tap that motherfucker, you tap his name, and you look at the numbers.
right now that to me makes you a big broadcaster. Those numbers. So when I look at it, does the views doesn't make. I don't look at that as a big broadcast. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I make the same tiers with few little people that's in my room. I make the same tiers. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of us that sit on 4 or 5, a lot of other people that sit on 10 views and make more money than I do. I consider that a big broadcaster. Now, I'd rather be well paid than well known. And if you got both, you know what I mean? Then that's what it is. I don't know what makes them a big broadcaster. I don't. But numbers make sense to me.
That's
Right,
right.
but all you got to do is get if 5 or 6 different people come in your room and gift, that'll get you to your 5th star. Like that's all you. I mean, it's
I
easy.
can
It's
see
not even hard no more.
gifters, right? It's not hard to get to a 300K. Now get to a six, and you need more people. The more people in your room, of course, the more people are able to gift. But if you had 10 cash
Right,
gifters in your room, those same people can get you where you need to be at. Now it's hard to find
right.
great support. But what do you define as a big broadcaster?
You talking to me?
PlayaCane.
Oh,
Okay, you said who you said what's my definition?
Yeah, what's your definition of a big broadcaster?
Man, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Man, numbers don't lie, man. The numbers, man, it's about the bag. That's what you're here for. You're here for the bag. And if you one of them motivational speakers and you here to reach out to people, each one teach one type person, then and you one of them type, I guess you could say that that'll make you a big broadcaster as well if you got like the views and the gifts that match the views. The views just
right.
don't make you a motherfucking big broadcaster to me, man. Cause I can go get a bunch of motherfuckers in my room, and I ain't nowhere in the world. I'm no big broadcaster. My numbers don't speak volumes about what
Exactly.
my voice doing. Am I just on here wasting my voice, or am I getting paid for what I
Let me
choose
let
to
me
say
ask you
I love to do?
let me ask you a question because I was I was on my way. I think that one word of mouth can stop you from getting paid altogether. Just one. So, mute your phone, guys. Mute your phone real quick. So, so, I don't forgot what the hell I was going to say because of the noise. I don't forgot what I was going to say. It's okay, Cash. Go ahead. I don't forgot what the hell I was going to say, Kane.
Yeah, but that probably was my, that probably was me because I was in here milling in the kitchen. That's
No,
probably me making it noise.
we good. Trying to do an impromptu with you in regards to everything that's going on with P. So what is your estimated time that he's gonna come back? What do you feel like? Is he ever coming back to Bigo or what?
Yeah, nah, I don't think he is. I don't. It's gonna be kind of hard to.
Because
I don't think he
when you
is.
say words like legacy, to keep his legacy going, those are the things that make me think that that he's not coming back to the app. Is that something you feel or just something that he's not coming back?
Feel because I ain't because shit. I ain't a doctor and I ain't no. I ain't God. That's God's and God the only one can answer that one. But
Right.
I feel like he's not gonna come back to the app. That it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Do you
Even if right now, like what he is, the state he in right now, he can talk, have a
Can
conversation
we
with you
get
and
some
everything.
gifts going, y'all? Can we get some gifts? I don't want Gazus being the only one to gift. Thank you, guys.
That definitely can give
Um,
him a setback.
we think it's a major setback. Thank you. Nah, thank you, PlayaCane. Thank you, babe. Nah, I wasn't talking about you. You my guest. I wasn't talking about you. Thank you
Oh
though.
yeah, I know. But it's like I don't just see him coming back. Cause that setbacks, anything can happen, man. He can push him back in one good argument and all that can send him right backwards. You feel me? Spiraling backwards. I don't see. I wouldn't believe that his people that love him and being around him. I wouldn't believe they'll let him do it no way. His brother said that he tried to grab the phone one time and go live. He didn't say on which app, but he said he snatched for a phone one time and tried to go live, and they was like, "No, don't do that. Like, why would you do that?"
So would you say that he's able to comprehend and to have a conversation like you and I, and maybe sometimes from time to time drift off? Or, you know what I'm saying? Just let me ask that first question. Do you think that he's able to like talk to you or talk to us
No,
normal?
no, not in the capacity of the app. No,
But in his mind, he feel like he could.
but he he was always intelligent anyway. But that part is still being worked on. So I wouldn't even. Nah, he couldn't.
Okay. So tell me something that we don't know. I know that this is your first time on here, but is there anything that hasn't been said that that you think that people should be these questions should be going like something that we should know about Pete? Because him grabbing the phone to get mine makes me think that he clearly knows what Bigo is. You know what I'm saying? That he in his brain thinks that he's okay, but you and I know that he's not okay enough to get on Bigo. You know what I'm saying? But in his mind, he thinks that he's himself. Do you think that he believe like he? Because I don't want people to go away thinking like, okay, well, he can't understand nothing. Like he's really
I can understand. Yeah, if you can ask him who you is, he can tell you who you is if he know you. But he just I don't see him just having no full fledged conversation like a well drawn out conversation.
now.
You can't.
Word on the Beagle curve is that he's watching Bigo. Is that
He
true?
probably is. But they said he ain't. Kevin said he ain't got a phone, so I don't know how he watching it.
So
I don't
let's.
know how he watching it unless he got a remote control right there by the bed. He pulling YouTubes up or something. But I don't see him. I don't see him watching if he ain't got no phone because I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know no part about that. Only thing I be knowing is certain like changes in him
Right.
for the better, anyways, not no worse. We ain't heard no worse changes. Like, every time we heard something, was positive. It was always forward. It was a push forward.
Is he walking? Is he going out getting fresh air? Do we know that? Do we know that if he's able to? Could we get some gifts?
Yeah, Lady B, because you really getting the interview out of this one. I'm gonna give you this, and I'm gonna get my ass down because you trying to get some shit. So I'm gonna give you this, and I'm gonna get down.
My job is to get in your business. I'm not trying to get an
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
that's my
But
job. I'm gonna keep it. Okay, but go
but
ahead.
he they wasn't lying when they said he taking steps. They
Okay.
wasn't lying.
They
They
wasn't
wasn't lying.
okay. Cause there's some things like that me and my people want to know that there's some questions that I'm like, well, why wasn't this asked? Or
Well,
why
y'all do know they said they exposed it that he was taking that. They seen that. Well, Kevin even said it. He seen the video of Pastor playing dominoes. He seen it, and that video, that ain't one of the videos that we seen because I didn't see that video. That's why I kept laughing when everybody kept saying, "Go send them video." Man, that no video or no domino playing ain't in now one of them damn videos
I'm
Dale got.
interested to find out about Ghost though. I mean, is there anything that we should know about Ghost? Is he coming to the app? Is he going to
I
take?
don't know. That's one thing. And I'd have been to Toledo a million times. I ain't never met Ghost, so I don't know him. I don't know him. As far as the only thing I know is what I seen on Bingo. That's it. I don't know that man, so I don't know if he gonna come or do whatever he gonna do. But I know he done popped up the last couple of days. He done popped up on this motherfucker.
Well, let me share this with you. Ghost really came through and today, and I guess he didn't want to get in the box at all. So you know what I'm saying. So he felt like he didn't want to create content, and I know that sometimes like getting in people boxes create content, just like you said. It's an interview. I'm just automatically gonna ask these questions because I'm nosy. That's what I do. You know what I mean. But do you see him? You know what I mean. Like okay, you said you never met him, but do you know that Ghost has been around a long time? Did you know that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I know that. I know that part, but I never met him. I didn't know that part. I know he all. I know that's past the right hand. Like no lie, they go together like a hand in a glove. I do know that. That's always been known. His name done been spoke, but never met him. Never.
Mhm. Well, you and I just met. Is there anything you wanted to know about me that you don't know? Do you watch me? How the hell you follow in my room? But what's see with that?
How to follow your? I fell in your room because I started following you when I seen you doing the morning show with Ivy. Now I used to be in there watching that shit, and I seen you in there, and I seen the big fallout and everything, and
Yeah.
that's when I started going into your live because, like I said, mess drive shit, man. And when I seen that, then here I come see what the hell going on.
Right. Right. Was it? Yeah. So, anything you want to say to my people? Because are you coming back to Bigo? That's another question I want to ask you. Are you coming back to Bigo?
No,
No.
no. That's why I keep telling people don't gift me. If I come go live, I'm just coming to go live to kick it with the people, talk shit because I ain't gonna lie. This used to be my therapy when I was on here. It was like a therapy to me.
Mine too.
You know, it was my therapy, man. I used to deal with my people, fuck with my people. I ain't care if I only had 500-600 people in my room. I was cool with that. I wasn't. But I never missed a quota. I never missed a quota, and I never went up under 300K quota. So I didn't care.
Yeah,
It didn't bother.
me neither. It is there. That's how I came on here. It was therapeutic at one time. I was a gifter, and then I turned into a host. It wasn't intentional though. I was a gifter. I should have remained a gifter.
Yeah, I started out a gifter, then I became a host, and I'm back to just being a gifter, coming through fucking with people, man. Because I know how it is on this app, and it ain't like it used to be. You don't go to lives and you don't go to people's lives and see dragons flying every 5 minutes across the screen, man. I ain't seen a motherfucker throw a yacht in down there a year now.
I don't
Like, dude,
pay what I'm nearly worth. Like a lot of times I just sit in front of the screen. I did bring content, but it be like you said, like drama brings drama sells. So like you try to keep a name going because you try to keep your name, like in it. But it's like that shit is draining. Like
yeah,
nobody wants to be doing that all day.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna get down because you almost got me to a whole little spiel in here. And to your people, man, keep supporting them, man. Everybody get a turn, man. The sun gonna shine on somebody, and when it's your turn, just know what to do when the lights hit you.
Period. And that's how it is. That's great advice. When it's your turn, it's your turn. It's completely different now. I'm praying, like, I hope that I got enough tea for y'all to kind of like, feel good with it. Let that little sizzle in your spirit until I can get a hold of talking to Ghost. Hopefully Ghost to let me sit down and talk to him. But